Hello, everyone. This is the first episode of my compassion project, Unscript, a series of stories published weekly through conversational interviews of women who have broken shackles of the stereotypes. Let me begin with the story of an amazing woman I have the privilege of knowing. Born in a small village in some unknown corner of Assam, this woman married against her family's wishes. This was in 70s, to build a life with the man she respected. She became the provider of the family as her husband had not yet found a job. Ever since, she has been on the driver's seat, raising her two daughters, saving every penny to ensure the two daughters attend English medium schools, take swimming classes, art classes, classical music, and dance classes. This is unheard of in the tiny village that she grew up in. But she left no stone unturned to give the best to her daughters. She went on to complete her master's when her daughters were in high school. And she wrote her PhD thesis when both the girls were in college. All this while managing a family, overseeing the construction of the family home, and budgeting by the penny to keep the family on track. She drove the second-hand car that she bought, which means she learned to drive in her late 30s, tailored fancy frocks for her daughters at home to save money, knitted sweaters for everyone in the winter, repaired every single thing in the house, and offered shelter and food to anyone from her village who needed to camp in the city for any work that they may have. She grew her own vegetables to save money as well. And needless to say, she did all the housework on her own. She cooked and she had a job, a full-time job, and in a leadership position in her job. She stood by her daughter when her marriage did not work out and volunteered to mother the grandchildren while the daughter moved cities to find a job to provide for the children. Soon after, she was diagnosed with cancer. And her motivation to recover was not her own health, but to recover quickly and survive, to be able to be there for her daughter and help her raise the grandchildren, raise her grandchildren. If that's not phenomenal enough, it is important to even mention that she went for her radiation therapy after chemotherapy on her own. Why? Because she wanted the daughter to continue to be available for her job and focus on being the provider of the family, while she did all of these things on her own. And it just does not stop there. She went on to write a book after her recovery, the title of which translates to How Cancer Made Me Smart. She recently got an award for the book, ironically 2 days before she was hospitalized last week and was also in the ICU for an amount of time. The woman is Konika Dr. Borua, my mother. She is resilience, perseverance, courage, tenacity personified and bundled into one. While I'm not half the woman that she is, here is my story. I'm Kakoli. I'm an idealist, and shamelessly so. And in this rebellion against establishment and the desire to create equal opportunities, I quit my corporate job to start a venture that's solely focused on creating increased income for women by helping them leverage their unique skills to create niche products. While I created a strong identity for the business and received several recognitions for the work I did, I lacked business skills and in spite of employing people, could never pay myself. I also took a long maternity break to raise my children with the same level of idealism. To honor the parenting values that were valuable to me, important to me, I made a choice to single parent my 3 children. That meant now I sign up to be the provider for the family. And I did. And it has not been easy. I walked around feeling this inadequate, flawed version of me, always misunderstood, my silence as well as my actions. Then somewhere I decided to honor every single decision that I had made in my life and root for myself. The journey accelerated, deepened during the last 6 months. So here is what I want to offer as my gratitude for all that I received from Shenomics and from Bhavna. I want to bring light to more and more stories of overcoming struggles, to honor who we are and stand tall and with pride. And this is my compassion project, to inspire women to unscript themselves and rewrite their script to live their joyous life. I will